Welcome back to Expert Matters. I am Shruti Bora, and today's episode is exciting because we're diving into the world of AI with someone who's not only deeply technical but also incredibly young and accomplished. Our guest has worked across so many interesting areas, and he's been standing out is that he hasn't just experimented with these technologies. He's actually built real systems, solved real problems, and optimized models in way that teams usually spend months figuring out. So if you're a student trying to understand where to start in AI or how to build a career in this space, this conversation is going to feel like a cheat code. Thank you so much, Kalanithi, to join us today. I'm like really excited for this conversation, and thank you so much for being here with us.
Yeah, hey Shruti, thank you for your warm welcome. Yeah, it's been, I'd be happy to do this interview.
Perfect. I have a lot of questions for you today because a lot of people are excited about AI. Plus, they're also very much confused about the artificial intelligence space. Although we all have been using it in our daily lives, but there are a lot of questions to build a career into it. So if you can just, maybe help us understand your journey, your background, and where, you're coming from so that we have a set for all the questions we have for today.
Yeah, really where can I start? You can take some sample template of an Indian student. Like he will take a biology group in the mathematics and he will study a computer science course and he'll work in IT. That's me. Like I have studied a biology course in my plus two. Like I also tried NEET exam and all, but I haven't able to achieve it. And after that, like my parents were insisting to join in the AA course. Like they were said, like, hey, this is the future for the world. And basically, I have not interested in the college about AI. But after some time, I have engaged in some of the workshops, and there is a boom around AI industry like ChatGPT and all. I try to explore more in AI, like, hey, what's this AI like? Uh, Other person may be not knowing around about that, but I am a person who are into the AI industry, so I have to learn about that. So I dive into the AI industry, maybe like uh, yeah, I studied a lot, and then I able to secure some very valuable projects that can affect the real time itself. So I can be valuable.
Amazing. Galanti, you're new to the industry and you've built multimodal AI systems because, agentic workflows, computer vision solutions. You've done it all at a very young age. And you've been new to this career. It's been, I guess, less than 5 years into the career, right? For a student listening to you and this podcast right now, can you break down what an agentic AI system actually is in the simplest way possible?
Yeah, Shruti. Uh, let's take a pause. Like before we go into an agentic AI, let me start with something simple. A. What is A? Like A is
Definitely.
nothing, yeah. A is nothing but mathematics, like statistics, probabilities, and pattern recognition, those kind of stuff. It may look fancy. Hey, ChatGPT. Hey, image generation, nano banana. It can generate whatever you think. Like, but begin the scenes, it's just a mathematical calculation, and it tries to predict the next best output. Okay, now uh, let's say building a AI model is building a AI model is like teaching a child to how to speak, how to walk, how to fit in the environment. Like let's assume a model is like an sorry. Let's assume a model is having like a child's memory. We have to feed the data. Through the data, it just identifies, hey, this is my task. This is the output I have to show. That's how it works. And also, like, I want to see you have any idea about agentic AI?
I don't, surprisingly, I don't.
Yeah, no issues. Like nowadays, there is an interesting shift in AI industry. Like AI don't just predicting anymore. It can act. Like let's say, for example, we take an example. Let's say consider AI is just an calculator in we use in an let's take a restaurant. In a calculator, we just put in the menu, what are the dishes we order, and then we just get the bill for that. But agentic AI is not just our calculator; it's our virtual assistant. It can It can go to the customer and then get orders from the customer, and then it can also manage its bills, and it can also, if it have any recipe for the cook, it can also integrate to the cook link. It can plan, it can make decision, and it can act on environment or its own link. That's why nowadays the AI vendors and venture capitalists chasing down agentic AI. Like, who would be say no to like, hey, there is an employee who works for 24/7. You can ask to do whatever the work you are having, and he won't question you. And also, I would not say AI can replace humans, but we can reduce the workload of humans with some working of virtual assistant on observation of some humans in it. Like, that's it. Like maybe in a higher outline, maybe an agent AI is just a machine that can observe an environment. Like in a restaurant, it can observe whoever the customers it can having, and then plan. If a customer arrives, it can it know like, hey, this is the customer. Have I seen him before? If he's arrived before, is there any information about the customer? What is the previously he ordered foods? And is there anything he says like this is not good, this is good or not? It can analyze in the single second of time, and after that it can act, go to the customer and then do the delivery.
Correct. Makes sense. It makes it a little less intimidating than it, actually sounds. My next question is: you've worked in multiple projects. You've worked on demographic prediction, store analytics, facial recognition, cloud automation. But these are, very difficult terminology. But these are very difficult terminologies for somebody who's new to the industry, right? So, which project taught you the most, and what was the biggest technical challenge, if you had any, you had to solve, which made you pretty much interested and comfortable in the domain?
Yeah, project that challenged me. Yeah, I have a thing like, let me ask you something. We have. I couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you give me a minute, please? Somebody is at the door. I need to answer.
Sure.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'll, re-ask the entire question. Okay. Perfect. So, you have worked with multiple projects. You've worked on demographic prediction, store analytics, facial recognition, cloud automation. But for somebody who's new to the industry, who has no idea, what AI actually is, and it's so pretty overwhelming for them. What do you think, would be the best way to start? If you can share a problem which you've solved. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, your voice is not.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you can, share maybe a piece of project or maybe some project which taught you the most and the biggest technical challenge you had to solve to, get comfortable into the domain.
Yeah. Shruti, I have a project that given me a nightmare on not only technical about like in functionality kind of stuff. Before we go talk about the project, let me ask you something like, big brands like, let's take for example Puma or else Trends or else like kind of big brands, like they were putting their products in online and stores. how do you think they validate the customer success rate, or how their newly launched products getting successful or not, or else they were given a product that focusing on teenage? How do they know teenage only persists them? Like, you have any idea about this?
So I have very limited understanding of what you've asked, but from whatever I could gather and whatever I know, this is all with data models, right? They have data of the consumers which has previous histories of shopping and their shopping behavior, and with that they predict what could be the pattern of consumers to buy which product at which age level, and at which hours of the day as well.
Yeah, exactly. But here the thing is, uh, model building and we are getting the prediction and all one thing. But how we get the record data is the main problem the company brands are facing. Like, if it's in e-commerce, we can get the customers' data from the customer's ID itself. But if it's an live in store, how do you think how many customers can fill out their feedback forms, or else how we can note down, hey, what are is there is a new product is launched, do you like it or not? Do you think how many customers are doing that? So in my previous company, like, they were doing some stuff around in live video tracking of real-time retail stores. Like, from the CCTV camera itself, we can get some customer analytics, like how many customers were
Oh wow.
coming to the how many customers were coming to the particular store, how for each customer how many times they were spent in that particular store, in the overall number, what percentage of this age category, teenage categories, what percentage of children, what percentage of middle age category. They were that valuable insights we can get from just from CCTV camera. Like, and also, like, now in teenage category, which section they were contributing the things most. Like, okay, here teenage girls are like 15 to 25. They were more interested in newly arrived products. They were interested in the area of that store. We can also analyze that. So, like, they were doing some really interesting and good stuff. Like, I have worked in re-identification and then demographic analysis part. Like, re-identification is nothing but, Shruti, you are going to buy a, you are going for shopping. First, you
Okay.
go and enter in the dress store. Like, let's go for trends. First, you go into women section and you spend half an hour there. And you go to, let's say, men's section, you buying your dress for your papa, and you spend 1 hour there. I know first the let's take. I have a video of that 1.5 hours.
Mhm.
The first task is I have to know the girl in this one section and then the girl in this men's section. Both are same girl, like Shruti. And also, like, that's an issue. Like, if things like in CCTV cameras are not so good. If we give a provided the clear data to the model, it doesn't replicate the correct results every time. It's it's just a mathematical prediction. In CCTV camera and all, if Shruti comes near to the CCTV camera, she would be look like let's say for a teenage girl. If she is somewhat big into the camera, she would be look like a 30-year-old girl. If she is far big in the CCTV camera, she would be look like an 10-year-old girl due to your body size and all. So it would be a very complex problem to solve. So here, what we are doing now, we are taking a transformer model that would specially take not only your image, it can detect you in a frame, and then it can extract attributes from your face, your body, as well as the whole image. So in a camera that haven't captured your face and all, can able to assume the predictions. Like, hey, this is a girl. This she would be around 20 to 25. This is maybe his age, and this is maybe her gender and all. It can predict through the predictions. And sorry.
Yeah, that's very interesting though.
Yeah. And also like, yeah, yeah, let me start. And also, yeah, uh, connection will be, yeah, 1 minute. Wi-Fi is down here.
I can hear you.
Yeah, no, no, they were going to cut.
Okay.
Internet connection பண்ணிக்கலாம்டா. Okay, let me just switch my place. Huh?
Yes. Yes, this is actually very interesting, because we had earlier models of data interpretation, but data had to be input by a human, on the screen. But it's now very interesting that you can extract data or predict, the behavior of consumer through CCTV cameras. So that's a very interesting point. And I love how you turned a tough challenge into something practical, and you understand it very clearly and precise work. So it was very easy to understand for me as an outsider as well. My next question to you would be: a lot of students want to enter AI/ML domain today, right? Everybody wants to work in AI. Everybody wants to, not have the risk of their job getting replaced by working in AI or through AI. So, what do you think? What are the top three tools or skills they should start with? And if somebody has no idea what AI/ML space looks like, what advice would you like to give to them?
Yeah, like for beginners, I would say like uh, after this, there is some revolution going to happen. Like, in our parents' generation and all, we have only one mobile phone for a family. Or in our generation and all, each person having, yeah, there is a rule that each person having should have a phone. Like that also, maybe in future there could be like there is a virtual assistant for each person. Like there is a virtual assistant for you to makeup tips, yoga tips and all. That may be good. So I guess there is nowhere to ignore AI in our era. So we have to know how to live with that AI. So the tools I would tell now, if you want to be a full-time AI professional, you have to learn mathematics first, like in school basics. Basic that statistics and probabilities are everything. Like
Okay.
the data is the legend here. So statistics and probabilities making the data to get the correct output. And afterwards, Python. Nowadays, the Python is controlling the AI. Just like wherever you go, any new package or else, every developer in the around global itself, they were using Python to communicate on their work, to make new packages and then to make new products, new papers and all. They were made more comfortable to Python itself. And after that, as a full-time AI specialist, I want you to learn any orchestration framework like LangGraph, LangChain, QAA, like kind of stuff. And also, if you don't want to hate coding and all, I don't like. Maybe I can be an orchestrator. Those students can also learn stuff like N8N and QAA. That you don't need to code around it, but you can in the UI you can drag and drop things. You can just like there is some pre-built AI models. You can orchestrate on your own. Uh, for example, I need to create an automated email sender for my cafeteria bills. So I'm taking an email center agent, and then I'm feeding the model to it. So this is the bill you want to send that email to the given person. So orchestration is also done. And also, if you are not in the AI field, but you can make sure you can use AI in your field. Just like you are a content writer, you can use GPT, or else you are an SEO specialist, you are use like Google Keyword Planner, or else like those kind of stuff. Like in cinema industry, everywhere we can merge AI into it. So be aware of those things and then use it properly.
That's very honestly one of the most practical and demystifying conversations on AI we've had here. We've had a few conversations on AI before, with a lot of other people as well. But this was the most clear and precise way to where to start from. So, the steps is pretty much very clear. And, I just want to thank you for breaking things down so simply. And, I really want you to be I'm really thankful that you were very honest, very clear, and you shared your practical advices with a lot of young minds. So that helps us a lot. And I personally had very much fun, and I love this conversation. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you, Shruti. I'm happy to do this. Yeah, this kind of
Thank you. Perfect. I really hope that we have an honor of inviting you at our campus someday. So let's just, find out more ways where you can, we can get the knowledge which you have for us and for the AI industry, because everybody is now excited, be it rather industry, rather domain. Everybody wants to look up to AI as a next career milestone they would have.
Yeah.
Thank you so much again.
Yeah, thank you. Definitely. Like transferring knowledge is one of the key things we humans to do. So that's maybe my pleasure. Thanks.
Thank you so much again. Have a great day.
Yeah.